Hello, my friends. It's Jennifer McCollum here, business coach for parent coaches and founder of the Parent Coach Club. And I have the fabulous Sohni Fahad here with Parenting Ups and Downs. Hello, Sohni.
Hello, how are you today?
I am so good, and I'm glad you're here because you're going to talk to us a little bit about group coaching today, which I think is going to be really interesting to our listeners who have not considered group coaching. So let's dive right into it. Sohni, tell us about you. Tell us how you became a parent coach and how you created Parenting Ups and Downs.
Sure. Thank you so much, Jennifer, for having me here. And I am Sohni Fahad and I am from Pakistan, Karachi specifically. I started parent coaching like almost a year before. And what I used to do was actually, I am mother of two. My son is 5.5 years old and my daughter is 3.8 years old right now. So when they were even younger, I used to have, some anger flashes, and I was having some anger issues with, in my own parenting. And I was not liking it at that time because that was not the type of person I am. So just to overcome that problem, I started researching about all that. And I was looking for a therapist or someone who can, guide me. But unfortunately, it was nobody was available during the time when I was free because my kids were following a strict routine, and they get disturbed when their routine is disturbed. So I have to, balance everything within the routine time. And mostly therapists were not available when I was free. And the other issue was that if I found, if I was actually I did find one person, but that was quite expensive for me to afford that. So I started researching more about parent coaching, and then I found out that it's a better way to to learn about parenting instead of going to a therapist. So that helped me a bit. And then I started researching about all different techniques of parenting and all. And finally, I became myself a parent coach. Previously, I was a school counselor and I was a teacher. And even when I was teaching, I was not like a conventional type of a teacher. I used to, experiments, and I used to give my students mentoring more than teaching type of thing. So I was that type of a teacher. Then, fortunately enough that I found out Jennifer, and you gave me hope and courage that yes, I can be a parent coach. So I dove into it and I just started it. And thankfully, it's going well.
That is so wonderful. And I'd love to hear kind of your origin story. Like, where did you start out? You were a teacher and a school counselor.
Yeah.
Those are all amazing skills to be able to bring into parent coaching. But more importantly is you are a mom and you went through this difficult time and figured out a better way. And I think that's what a lot of parent coaches really bring to the table when they are working with parents is
Right.
they've more than likely been through what you are going through right now, and then
Yeah.
add on their skills, their education, their background, and they bring kind of like a whole family kind of outlook on how
Right.
they can support you. And I love that you brought
Yeah.
up the flexibility too, that your parent coaching isn't just 9 to 5, that you can be flexible and work around the family hours.
Yes. That's actually one of the positive points I am looking into, that not only the flexibility of hours, but also, affordability. Like I am keeping my prices in such low pricing that every other person can afford. Because what I believe, that there is a mother in every house, and every house needs a parent coach, but every mother cannot afford to go to work to a parent coach. So I want it to be so approachable and in reach of every common person, that they don't even think one more time that whether I should go for it or I shouldn't. So that's why this is my main goal. That why I started parent coaching, because now when clients come to me, they ask, they share their problems with me. Then this is the first thing that the first thing that I feel is the pain, or the current problems that they are going through, because I've been through that.
So good. And you can have so much empathy towards what they're going
Uh,
through when you've already been through it. Now, I love that you brought up the, every household should have a parent coach. I strongly believe in that, that we all need a parent coach at one point or another. We
Correct.
don't need to do this all on our own, that we can have a community. And I also love
Definitely.
that you have brought up the affordability, and that's why you are coaching in a group setting. And there's so
Yes.
many benefits to that. But let's back up a little bit and tell the listeners today who you serve. So, who would come to you for support, and why would they come to you? So, what's happening in their home? What are the reasons why they should reach out to you, Sohni?
Sure. Like I help parents with young kids, like parents who are having 0 to 10 years of kids. So they are having, and sometimes they are new parents, and even parents who are having more than one kid. Especially, I have seen here in Pakistan that people who have more than one kid, they go through a lot of trouble, like chaos in their houses, because until and unless you are dealing with only one child and you are living in a nuclear family system, then everything is fine in control. But when you are when your family is increasing and you are having more kids, then things is starting to you are going to lose grip from many of the aspects. You cannot manage your household, you cannot complete your chores on time, and then mothers especially, they start getting frustrated, and most of their frustration is coming out on the kids. So there is a lot of chaos at that time, and a lot of connection is completely broken between parents and kids. Fathers are usually going, if they are working out of the houses, they are going from morning till night. And mothers mostly, if they are working, they are also occupied from 9 to 5. And if they are working from home, again they are occupied. So the kids are completely neglecting. So, and then the kids start getting frustrated, and they start showing tantrums and misbehavior, and we only look at the behaviors that kids show, and we don't look into the depth of it, that why kids are showing such behaviors. And then parents start to shout on them, parents start scolding them, and they start punishing them. So we don't go into the depth and why your kids are having those problems, why they are having those behaviors, and there is a complete chaos in the family. So what I do basically, I bring that calm back into their life, and I try to restore that connection between parents and kids, so that there is a complete peace in the household.
Wow, I feel like I just started breathing when you talked about that. I love every conversation I have with a parent coach because you do bring, as a parent coach, you do bring so much calm into a family, no matter what is going on. So the parents that are reaching out to you, they have kids under 10 and
Right.
something's not going right at home. They want more peace and more calm, and something's not happening. And you focus on that connection and giving them tools and strategies to walk them through having a peaceful home. One other thing
Right.
you mentioned before we started recording is you also work with younger kids
Yeah.
around eating. Do you want to talk about that as well?
Yeah. So sometimes it's very common, nowadays it's really, really common that young kids, they are having many of their eating issues. They don't like certain food, they don't want to eat themselves, and they don't want to complete their meal at times. So there is a complete stressful situation going on at the meal times. So yes, I help parents during their meal times when they are having such issues. But that a particular mealtime situations, I help even younger kids that are below 6, or you can say under 6 years of age. So yeah, that is one thing which I tell to my clients who are coming to me for eating issues or their eating, problems. Mostly they tell me that they don't kids don't want to eat vegetables, or they don't want to eat their we have a desi type of cuisine over here in Pakistan, and kids don't want to eat that. So I give them suggestions how do they go about it, and how they can incorporate it within their meal time. I also tell them how to encourage kids in the kitchen. You take them to the kitchen, and you tell them how the food is being cooked, take their help during cooking process, and when the kids are involved in the cooking process, then they like eating that as well because they are cooking it for themselves. So I give them many ideas about how how they can encourage kids eating healthy. And yes, but also I want to add one point over here, that mostly parents, they think that we should not give sweets and chocolates at all to the kids. And I am not that type of a parent, and I am not that type of a parent coach as well, because I think that kids need something sweet at times. And it's because sometimes their blood sugar level is going down, and just they just need a quick fix. At that time, if you give them a piece of chocolate or just a candy, you will see a complete change in their the hyperactivity that is going on. You will feel a little bit calm. And sometimes when you are getting late in serving dinner, even at that time, just give one piece of chocolate, and they will be calm for at least 10 minutes more, and you will get that time to cook your meal. So everything in a balance is all right. If you give chocolates, give it. If you give candies and sweets and cakes and cupcakes, why not? How long they are going to eat it? They are one, sooner or later they are going to outgrow that age. So why not let them enjoy it, and you also enjoy in between with them? So I like that. I mean, I give my kids sweet treats once in a while, or maybe sometimes once in a day if they want to. But I don't like give the exposure of it. Like, it's not kept in open, so they can reach it all the time. But yes, when you feel like that they should eat something sweet, why not give it? And because of that sweet treat, if your kids are getting a bit of sugar level in control, and you are getting calm and peace for yourself and your house, then I think it's a win-win situation for everyone.
Yeah, especially if we get to eat the chocolate as well. So
And of
everything
course
in
a cupcake.
moderation. Oh, and a cupcake,
Everything.
yes. I love that. Okay,
Everything in moderation.
Sohni, I love that you shared a little bit about how you work with parents. So let's talk about the group coaching aspect. So a lot of parent coaches do one-to-one coaching. You do group coaching. So what are the benefits of working in a group with other parents?
I am actually doing one-on-one as well, but that is a specific if there are certain parents who have specific problems that are that cannot be dealt in a group situation, then I go for one-on-one. But if sometimes behavior issues, mostly these are common behavior issues that parents come to me. So for that thing, I suggest group, but I go for small groups and group. I prefer group coaching because you are not only learning from my experiences, and I'm not the only one who was teaching, but you are learning from other parents experiences as well. And at that time I am learning from them and they are learning from me, so it's like two-way communication, and like parents, when they share their experiences, then all the other parents, they get benefit from it. So group coaching is really helpful, and also it's affordable in the sense that it's not that expensive as one-on-one. So in both the cases, it's more beneficial for parents.
That is so great. So, for the one on one or the group coaching, how do parents connect with you? What do they need to do to connect with you and find out if one to one or group coaching is best for them?
What I do actually, mostly parents, they reach me through my Facebook page, that is Parenting Ups and Downs. And some of the parents, they also approach me from my Instagram, again, same Parenting Ups and Downs. So when they come to me, I offer them a 30-minute introductory call that is for free. And during that call, we connect and we share all the problems and we discuss about them. And mostly, I try my best to give them a solution in that 30-minute call so that they get something out of it, and they feel contented
Mhm.
to come. At least when they are coming to me, they should get something out of it. So I try my best to help them out. Sometimes when they think that yeah, we should continue taking coachings and all, so we continue towards, I take them towards group either, or if I see that this is a specific problem, like every child is different, there is no such thing like one solution fits all. It's not like that. So when I see that this particular situation is different than others and they need customized plan, so I take them towards one-on-one. But if there are problems like in behaviors or setting up routine, or like other sibling relationship type of things, then I go for the group coaching. So that's how we go about it.
That's wonderful. So the first step is to reach out to you for that
Yeah.
call to figure out what's best for them. And I'll make sure to include all of the links below so that they can find your Facebook and your Instagram and book with you there. That's wonderful, Sony. Such great advice to really look at the communication and what's really happening when those behaviors are going on in the home. I appreciate you so much. Thank you for being here and sharing your goodness with all of us. And again, you can find Sony
Thank
at
you so
Parenting
much
Ups
for
and
having
Downs.
me here.
Thank you, Sony. Take care.
Thank you.
Bye bye.